Nag-biology ka? Wala kang future dyan.
Magdodoktor ka ba? Magre-researcher? Masters?
Mapapasweldo dyan.
Walang opportunity sa bio. Sure ka na ba? Itutuloy mo talaga?
Hit me out and make me strong.
These four concrete walls, many specimens reside, home to preserve plant life.
Up along on a nature hike where we saw all kinds of interesting plant species. Truly, they are nature's hidden treasures tucked deep in Mount Makiling's embrace. Their unique flowers, fruit, and leaves are a delight to one's senses, showcasing grandeur in such a calm and truly enchanted place. With careful precision, collected plants are removed from plastic bags, and with delicate touches made by skilled, patient hands, between the pages of the newspaper, selected plants are carefully pressed. Alcohol is then sprayed on these plants, so moisture is weeded off, and dried specimens come out at one's behest. Alternating with two cardboard cutouts, the newspapers have been placed atop one of the herbarium's wooden mounting presses. Specimens for pressing and drying are stacked at a pace, so with the next step they can be neatly compressed. Both sides of the mounting press, having been tied tightly together, are now placed in the oven to get rid of the plant's moisture. With the press of the bottoms, time is set along with the temperature. After a while, the press is removed, the rope is untied altogether, and the specimens are then checked for any drying failure.
White herbarium sheets, dried specimens are mounted with care with glue and a few paper strips, in which their beauty is kept neatly prepared. From the shelves of bryophytes, we took a few boxes and digitized their data for future reference and access, in which informations are tabulated.
We also sorted specimens from select plant families, having been collected by all kinds of botanists. We then dusted them off, kept them spotless as can be, to preserve their mounted state as well as their rich history.
We set foot in a room housing an estimated 13,800 accession number of macrofungi. We gently go through the worn-out envelopes containing the autumn-dried specimens, adored with curiosity, touched as a brittle heaven, scared of its fragility. We sift through the forest offerings, putting them into a database that hums countless of information.
From the display rooms, the specimens find their way to the digital realm, updating the mycological database, a vast library of fungal lore. We reorganize, categorize a silent observation of the samples maintained for decades.
But we were not only in closed doors, marveling the beauty of fungi species. We also trodden the trails of the Mount Makiling forest with our worn-out shoes, scrutinizing the mushroom species on the dead woods and endeavors to classify each one of them.
Photographs captured the intricate details, the glistening lacquer of a Ganoderma species, the honeycomb pores of a Hexagonia species, the concentric bonds of the Dahlia species.
Each entry a new verse in the ongoing saga of the forest floor. Caps are inspected, undersides are observed, the stipes are measured, the substrates are recorded, the delicate dance of taxonomy unfolding.
As the sun dips below the canopy, a sense of awe settles. Life thrives in unexpected places, casting long shadows across the forest floor, weaving a tapestry of a new chapter in the mycological narrative.
In sterile chambers, Plates and loops flamed over a lamp. A lone cell, a world in a single site. Isolated a single colony from an agar. Streaked the fellows in unseen commands.
24 hours later, the putative E. coli springs. In EMB, they grow with a green metallic sheen, whilst in chrome agar, they appear in majestic blue. Gently, the loop carries a colony. In a glass, they are smeared and fixed.
Tainted with different stains, whichever remains determines their cellular walls. However, in microbiology, if contaminated, purify. Restreaking until the colonies subsist as one.
Then they are nourished with TSB and made structurally stable with glycerol, stored for an extended time.
Further, the blueprint of life unfolds. With gentle enzymes, a patient hand breaks. The cell wall's barrier, a life it detects. Proteins and lipids fall away like dust, leaving behind the DNA, a precious trust.
A thread of life unseen yet so grand, deoxyribonucleic acid is taken by a pipette in hand. With the help of buffers and repetitive runs, a million-fold chorus, a symphony starts. Polymerase chain reaction playing its parts, the hydrogen bonds detach, unfolding the DNA strands. Then, primers bind tight, a dance so defined, replicas born, the blueprint entwined.
On an agarose gel, a loading stain and DNA template pipetted on the wells brings the whispers of life, a luminous vein. A ladder of light, the story unravels, each band is a testament, a tale it holds to unveil the secrets of life held in every strand.
Armed with magnifying glass, we became tiny explorers. We peered closely, eyes scanning the soil like a hawk searching for prey. Tiny pebbles turned into bumped moons, and grains of sand became sparkling treasure. But then there it was, it is almost invisible to the naked eye. A speck, a dot, a tiny spiral microsnail. As we move on to the next task, sorting through a jumble of marine shells and land snails for inventory, we realized that the labels were crucial for distinguishing between their often similar shapes. A reminder of the importance of proper identification, and thus, cataloging and organizing seashells and land snails might not be the most glamorous job, but it's a vital step in unlocking the secret of the ocean, land, and the creatures that call them home. They also delve in handling preserved bat specimens, meticulously affixing accession numbers as these creatures become integral pieces of the museum's cherished artifacts. While noting their details, they familiarize themselves with what makes each specimen unique. Hiking up Mount Makiling was an invigorating experience for them. Lush greenery surrounded the trail, and the crisp mountain air cleared their heads. Binoculars in hand, they scanned the treetops, catching glimpses of colorful birds flitting through the leaves. A coppersmith barbet with its striking red head perched on the branch, while a pair of hornbills soared high above the canopy. The diverse of bird life of Mount Makiling made the hike even more enjoyable for them.
Tawag sa kanya. Tapos siya ay 6 meters tumisakto yung haba niya.
Our mission is to capture the elusive creatures of the night bats. Setting up the mist nets felt like weaving a silent spell, hoping to ensnare not prey but fascinating aerial beings for a brief examination. Our nets held a magnificent prize, the Tenochirus jaguari and Sinopterus brachiotis. Its large luminous eyes blink at us in confusion, its fur a tapestry of soft browns and grays.
The journey began with the physical specimens themselves, pinned to trays and labeled with collection details. These tiny insects is a wealth of ecological data waiting to be unlocked one day serve as vital reference point for ecologists. The stick insects with their perfectly camouflaged bodies and mimicking twigs, we may not have been seasoned taxonomists, but we were detectives, slowly unraveling them one key at a time. In the digital world where data flows, innovation also grows. They capture the minute details of the insects, allowing viewers to explore aspects invisible to the naked eye. We believe that we are the bridge between the preserved past and the limitless potential of the digital future. Museum enthusiasts were on a mission to capture the wonders of Pamitinen Cave in a captivating diorama. It was a reminder that scientific discovery can be an artistic endeavor and that the wonders hidden beneath the surface deserve a place in the spotlight. As our skills grew, so did our appreciation for the intricate details of these insects. We learned the precise location on the insect's body for pin placement and practiced spreading their wings. The act of pinning wasn't just about preservation, it was the gateway into the fascinating world of insect anatomy. Ensuring the optimal environment for delicate specimens, not scalpels or tweezers, but humble instruments, the thermometer and hygrometer. These daily checks were a testament to the care required to preserve these tiny marvels of nature. And so, the cycle continued.
Nakapili ka na ba?
So, do you want any of these tracks?
I was walking and knocking on their door. I heard them. I think they're singing with a particular song.
So, do you remember what they're singing?
I think it was the song I Want It That Way.
Backstreet Boys. I'm familiar. Okay.
Micro, can you sing the opening of I Want It That Way?
Really? Okay. You are my fire.
Michael, keep it going.
The one desire. Entomology?
Believe when I say
Botany!
I want it that way.
Tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why!
Ain't nothing but a mistake.
Now zoology.
I never wanna hear you say.
Woo!
I want it that way. Chills! Oh, it gives me chills.